Well, we're here to, I guess, kind of review episode 2 of Survivor. I have Jody here with me again.
Hello.
Well, Jody, let's cut to the chase. Did you have
Okay.
any favorite parts of the episode?
Favorite part is when Christian was dropping game on them, and as I say game, I mean he's so smart that. It's crazy how smart he is. But you better watch it. But that was my favorite part. He just kind of went off, and it was funny. So
Okay, so then I need you to tell me how'd you feel about the Mason-Dixon line alliance with Christian and Nick?
yeah. So when they came up with that, well, actually, when is it Nick?
Yes.
When Nick came up with that, I just literally I felt my eyes roll back in my head because I was like, that's such a cliche alliance name. They could have come up with anything but that. But you take a southern boy and you put him out there on the island, and I think that's the cliche alliance name, the Mason Dixon line. And you could tell that Christian was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go with that. I don't know. It was kind of dumb, but hey, I'm all for it.
The
I honestly
interest
do think that that's a good alliance.
Well, the interesting thing I see right now over in the David tribe is that Christian has connections with about 3 people. It's Gabby, Nick, and then I think the cowgirl Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
And he's connected with those 3, and it's like, will they ever figure out that Christian is the one pulling the strings and
I
actually running
know.
it? Even though
I
I
know.
did feel like, and we'll get to this, so I'm not going to jump the gun. Sorry, I almost jumped the gun. Um, Next thing I'm going to ask you, you did comment last week about the idol. Dan uh, found Dan's idol. You commented about it. We'll start with the fact that it was in his coat pocket, and Jeremy and Mike found it. Jeremy was snooping. Mike was watching. Look out.
Yeah, what's I know that anything goes on Survivor, but I thought that was crossing the line. I think you should, I mean, lie, cheat, you know, manipulate things, but you should never look through someone's stuff, their personal things. I think that just crosses the line. And I think that's just one thing in Survivor that you should just never do. That's like a Survivor no no.
Well, that's why people bury their stuff and hide it in different places.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're the only thing I think the rule says is you can't take it. Like, you can
You
look
can't
through
take.
anyone's stuff and you can find it, no, but you can't take it from them. So there's been a lot of people do a lot of different tricks. Someone will bury it out by a certain tree or by a rock somewhere, or they'll hide it in a spot where they think only they know. And that seems to be the thing. Now you have to go off to that spot to get it.
Yeah.
But the coat pocket seems obvious. The bag seems obvious. And eventually you're going to take your shorts or your pants off to dry them out. So people are going to go through it. But there are ways. I've heard survivors hide stuff in plain sight. Like, they might have a tear in clothing or something, a bag, and they hide it and they leave their bag open but cover the tear. And so it's there, but you don't know it's there.
Yeah. Which I guess he just trusted too much. You can't just leave your coat out with your idol laying in it, I guess.
No.
That's the first time I've ever seen anybody really do that.
Really? We're going to have to.
Yeah, I don't know if I've just not been paying attention, but that's really the first time I've ever seen somebody oh, let me go through this coat over here.
I know I want to say Blood versus Water, the second one, where Culpepper and all them were on, because the pitcher for the Atlanta Braves was on it.
Oh, yeah.
And his girlfriend, she had put trail mix in her bag, and they went through and found that. So it's occurred. It's just I don't know if anyone's ever found an idol. I'm sure it's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
The next thing, Kara, Natalia, whatever her name is,
Natalia.
Angelina are a 3 women alliance now.
Yeah.
So for all the ladies who have been wanting a lady alliance, we'll see how long this can last. It's super early, but as it stands now, Kara controls Dan,
Yep.
Natalia controls Alec, and Angelina says she controls John, even though John had his little 30-second window talk to where he's like, I like working with Natalie, the older lady on the Goliath tribe. So, any thoughts on the Women Alliance?
I just don't see it working out. I mean, no offense to an all women's alliance just because I don't think that you're strong enough. Like that's not I am a woman. So like it's not that. It's just you've got to have like I don't know. It just never works. I've never seen it work on Survivor. It just I don't know. It always ends up failing at some point. But I mean, go girls, try. You can all for trying, but I don't think it's gonna work out. But like you said, it's super early. We don't know yet. It could work out for their benefit, but who knows?
The reason it hasn't worked or happened in so long, and I know you have not, when you were younger, and I mean younger, Survivor started probably when you were like 9 or something.
Yeah.
When you were younger, there was a season of, I want to say it was the original fans versus favorites. So this has been a while, and
Long time ago.
Poverty put together a female alliance that completely ran through the game, and she won. And ever since then, every male that has played it doesn't even matter if there's a female alliance; they are super petrified of it.
Yeah.
So it just hasn't gotten anywhere. We'll see if they look like they're in this group of 6, then they just have to get one guy, and it'll be okay. I'm surprised that they want to go after Natalie because she's a female, and I'm like, just use her for a few votes and vote her out. It's not that complicated. They did discuss how they didn't think Mike was needed to go. He's the film producer guy, and that they kind of, I don't want to say they liked him, but they're like, he's harmless. We need to keep him around. But they seem to want to get rid of Natalie, and then Natalie had her big napalm Natalie comment. So, with that being said, Jeremy tried to tell Natalie that she was apparently not self aware of what was going on and how people
Which she's
perceived
not.
her.
Which she's
And
not.
I liked what he said. He said, this woman has been married for 24 years, so whoever loves her for her. And she's probably doesn't know how she comes across to some people because I have a feeling, I don't know her exact job, but based on her job and position, she's probably high up on a corporate position. So a lot of people don't just tell her things. So she may
Right.
not be
And
aware
she's
of how
not
she
used to
comes
that.
across.
Yeah. And I think that was the best way that he probably could have put that in the nicest way possible without being like you're super rude to people or you come off really brash. But yeah, I mean, he tried and she just honestly like didn't take it well. I don't think she took that conversation well. So anytime you have, I don't know, and that to me, if I was trying to be in an alliance with her, I would take that as okay, you're not willing to go out. I mean, it is a social game. You're not willing to go out and say like you're not willing to step out on a limb and like try to view other viewpoints and try to be nice to people instead of just always it's either your way or the highway. So I hope that makes sense. I'm kind of rambling tonight, but
It does, and I think that I do agree with her. I don't think she has a chance to win. She's a more aggressive and maybe a less crazy person than Philip was. So she'd be a great person to actually have at the end. It's just trying to take her to the end would probably be very difficult.
you never
Um,
know how it's kind of like a wild card. You never know how they're going to react to things, and so
yes, I
yeah.
agree. Uh, on the David tribe, Davy, the alleged provider, found a idol while he was out providing. He got the octopus last week. This week, I think he grabbed the lizard, was finding snails. He wants to survive at all costs, it seems like. So he's doing his provider role very well, but he found the idol. Now, besides him finding the idol, how did you feel about the idol's design like last week?
I think my 3-year-old could make a better looking idol. I don't understand why they're all just looking like they're just pieced together. Kind of like, I don't know. It just looks like when I think of finding an idol, I think of this like a symbol of some sort. Maybe it's made of wood and it's like etched and it has like all kinds of designs and shells and like a bright, well, not bright color, but like very detailed piece of art. And these are literally just string, literally twine and one or two shells that's like strung together. So it literally looks like my my 3-year-old son could have made that. So I'm not really understanding what they're going like minimalist idols that they're going for right now.
Well, my guess is usually when they do the idols, the idols do appear a little gruff right now. But what we've gotten used to is usually when they do the idols, they have. I'm imagining they went somewhere on the island where they're at and went to a
Yeah.
tribe or something and bought like a few pieces of carved out wood and stuff, and then they find some nice, more expensive shells, and it just looks like there's been some time put into it. Now it's like, okay, they found a few salt shells, got it on the twine, and put it in the paper. The paper is the only thing. Like if someone showed me that, I'd be like, "Ah, you're full of crap. That's not an idol." Because you could really, and maybe that's what
Maybe,
they're go on.
but honestly, maybe that's why they're doing it because they're like, is this a real idol or is it not a real idol? Like I don't know. Maybe that's why they're doing it. Because now, if people really did make a fake one, you'd be guessing, would you?
Yes, and that's the point. If you could make a
Yeah.
fake one, keep your real one and put the fake one in the paper and let someone find it, then they're going to think it's real.
Yeah.
And I know that it has some sort of mark or something on it that Jeff looks at. It probably has a survivor stamp, and he's like, "This is a real idol." That's not, but
Yeah.
that's part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we got to the challenge, I thought the David tribe made a mistake by putting by to do that wrong thing, which she was not. She may be the most athletic on the tribe, but she was not physically big enough to probably do that challenge.
No. You needed a taller person. So I agree with you.
So that set them back. I assume that Survivor is going to come up with something to, kind of help say, hey, we got to get these guys a win, or we're going to have a merge after the next episode. It's going to be something at this point. And then when we got down to it, I want you to tell me how you felt about on the beach when Larissa found out it was going to be her, and then how panicked did you feel Gabby was when they were trying to figure out the vote?
I think it just all, well, I think they all thought that it was just going to be an easy thing, which it's the very first tribal council. I mean, yeah, I think everybody was just like heightened sense of awareness right then, just because everybody's freaking out because it's the very first tribal council. Nobody really knows who's going home, but some of them were really overconfident, thinking they were just going to vote Larissa out and it was going to be a done deal. Like everybody was going to be on the same page. So yeah, it was interesting. I thought she did need to be like, I don't know. You just you gotta play it cool. You can't just freak out every time you have a tribal council. But I don't know. That's just me.
I'll read out the votes real quick. It was by Carl, Davey, and Jessica that voted for Larissa. She received 4 of the 9. And then Nick, Christian, Larissa, Gabby, and Elizabeth voted for Jessica. The Mason-Dixon line could have went the other way, and it would have been they were the deciding factor. But the thing that interested me is that Gabby appeared when I was watching it. I don't know if she felt like it was her or if it clicked that our group is doing strong
Our group is,
people. Then
yeah.
I'm probably second to go in this scenario, and I don't know if what made Christian's decision on this vote, it would be very interesting to me.
No.
Because the people that voted for Larissa were simply saying, "Hey, let's keep the tribe strong." It wasn't. They weren't. "Oh, I hate her. She's this and this or this and that." They may have implied that she was lazy around camp, but it wasn't like this whole, "Oh, she's got to go." It was,
Yeah.
"We're trying to keep the tribe strong." And so I feel that the 4 that voted for her were not truly playing a social game with Survivor, because that's why they were so open with it.
Yeah.
And the fact that Jessica and Vi had Gabby come up to them, and they didn't really, they just kind of said, "Oh, we're going to vote Larissa." And that was it. They didn't comfort her. They didn't say, "No," they just said, "Hey, we're voting her, keep it strong." They didn't listen to Gabby. They didn't feel that situation.
Yeah, they were very, very matter of fact. And so I think that's, yeah, you got to, nope. Can't do it like that.
You got any bold predictions moving forward?
Well, unfortunately, I don't think the Davids are going to win the next few challenges, so it might be pretty rough for them, because I don't know. I just foresee them going to tribal quite a bit. Just until they figure out a better strategy of like where to place people and how to play the challenges. I think it might be a little bit interesting there, but I don't know. I'm kind of with you. I think a merge is going to be happening pretty soon, and yeah, it's just not looking too promising for the Davids. So
I do want to say, and I do feel this way, that I can't remember the colors last year, but I'm pretty sure they were orange and purple. And they're orange and purple again. And last year, one color, whatever it was, never won a single
one
thing. And then even at the end, when Wendell was like, which one he chose, he's like, "If you don't care what color, I want the other color that won." And I think he was going to win no matter what. But I'm going to, for everyone out there, look in and see what color it was. I think they won 1 reward challenge, maybe 2, but no immunities, no stay alive things.
Yeah.
And so if it's the same thing happening, I feel bad for everyone who wears those colors from now on.
I do too. It's cursed.
Well, Jody, that's all I have for tonight. I don't know if you have any more input you'd like to put in.
I don't. I'm looking for the next episode. I think this episode was kind of like on the slower end. I think it'll kind of pick up as the next few episodes kind of take off. But I think we're getting there. It's going to be a good season.
Okay. Well, my name's Andy Decker. Obviously, if you're watching this, you're on the YouTube channel. But that is Jody Jackson. And now I wish she would promote her line of product.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, so I work full-time in university recreation. And then on the side, I have a makeup biz that is a lot of fun. So if you want to check out my products, it's www.jjacksonbeauty.com. And if you need any help, I can help. So yeah, thanks, Andy. Appreciate it.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to wrap it up. Bye, everybody.
Bye.